Corey Holcomb was talking about Tracee Ellis Ross on his show, the 5150 Show, basically discussing how she's out here dating these young guys and how there's a lot of hypocrisy on it.
Now, bitch, go around and young boys and brag on it and think ain't nothing wrong with them. But when Corey went on Cam Newton's show and said, I young broke lost hoes, I was the worst girl. Huh, Tracee? Tracee Ellis Ross, we heard you. I mean, we finna go into it. We about to get your ass, Jaja Binks. We about to get your ass. Somebody said it, so now I can say it.
Yeah.
How you see the bitch come? Like, oh, see where they come, brother. She straight.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't
He didn't choose you. He didn't choose you. These were your prime years when you was passing the out to boss niggas who got options to choose a woman who was virtuous. None of them chose you. So now, at 52, with your arrogant ass, you dating the puppies of the hood. Let me tell you something. These broads out here, especially the older ones, 45 and up, I'm gonna go that high, 45 and up, they good with dogs and elderly people, or they might mess with somebody who's young and impressionable, because that way they can be held up as they pretend themselves to be. But when you're around a man is gonna call you for who you are. Man, you ain't, I don't give a Tracee Ellis Ross. Tracee Ellis Ross can get it, and like Kevin Samuels said about her a long time ago, a nigga down the street with that.
She's 52. Somebody was saying 60.
It don't matter how old she is. After them young boys smash you and go around the block with you a couple of times, you start stalking them. You gonna feel like that young boy owe you something. You're not gonna be don't no young boy who got his life ahead of him. You can't have no baby at 52. What you doing with a young boy? You stealing from his future.
You talking about she's snatching his soul?
She's stealing from his future. What is he doing with her besides smashing? And she's gonna be like, no, you're my boyfriend.
No.
We already know.
Oh.
This is how it go when them older women get a younger guy, they want to possess them. Them older women with younger guys, they ain't just saying, oh, I'm just out here getting smashed. That don't sound respectable. You can claim all of the young men you want. To have a productive relationship with a man who's on your level is difficult for you, so you go out and you steal the pups from the hood. And it's shameful.
So that was Corey.
My man's done said what I've been trying to say. She ain't messing with nobody that can challenge her.
But we just said that, like, when we were 18, 19, 20, we were looking for the older woman.
We are.
So, we're making, younger guys are making themselves available for that. I do agree with Corey on the smashing part, and the reason why I said what I said is because as a young man, we're looking for an older woman to smash to see how good we are if we can handle an older woman smashing.
Yeah.
Because we smashed.
Hell, we had a.
So now we setting our hunt a little bit higher now.
Oh, we had. Well, what about some of the homies that we had in school that done smashed the teacher? Teacher messing with the students. I'm like, come on now. This is why I say, the hypocrisy that's being discussed when it comes to opposite sex. When a woman does it, it's like, oh, it's nothing wrong with she doing. Oh, she didn't say no age. She's telling you exactly what age group that she's dealing with. Mm-hmm. And the impressionable age group that's nobody's going to challenge her is between 18 and I'll go as high as 28. When you get 30 and up, you gonna have a sense of how you want things to go. So if she say, oh babe, let's go here to this coffee shop, I'm like, I don't want to go to no coffee shop. Because a pup gonna be like, okay, he gonna go with it. Yep. You like, I don't want that. Let's go.
But the pup grows out of that too, like you just said. Like after a while, then it's like, you know what? And I'm getting tired of you.
Right. Or he probably done like, oh, I love you, and he get over infatuated with her, and she has that control factor to where she can dismiss his ass.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So That's the two options right there. Either they be like, I'm good, and she's like he said, she's that crazy lunatic chasing after their asses, or they pop by like, oh, I love you, I want to have a baby, all that type shit, and she dismissed them because that's a trigger for her.
Yeah. Now Corey was saying how he was on Cam Newton's show getting lit up for saying he gets women in poverty
Money.
Yeah, and gives them money.
I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, you Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time.
But I feel like Tracee Ellis Ross is doing the same thing. She just stated it a little bit more poetically than Corey.
And nothing came out scandalous.
She's finding young broke men and tricking money on them.
Tricking, okay.
She ain't getting no young ugly. She getting some young pretty boy.
But that's like a dude's going to be super happy that an older chick tricking on him.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but when you
He's
hear,
gonna go right along with the plan.
yeah, but when you hear it on the internet, and when you hear women talk about it, especially black women talk about it, where the common theme is being said, "Oh, you don't know the age she is. She ain't say no age." Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a man. I know the age that she's talking about, and unless you got a, you cannot tell me they under 30 years old, and I would not be surprised they're young as 18 based off their size, because you know a lot of
I wouldn't put it past Tracee.
I wouldn't put it past her. Again, you got to look at her upbringing.
She never stated her age or the age range she prefers.
You're right. That's why I'm not going to, until I get hard evidence, I'm not just going to be like, she's going down to 18.
Why
Like,
can't
I can't say for sure.
Yeah, we ain't saying for sure.
That's what I'm saying. But I can for sure say that Shannon Sharp was going down to 19.
Right, but what
I
I'm
can
saying
say that definitively.
Right.
I can't say that about her definitively.
No,
if the proof is brought, then we will have that.
But what's being
It's an assumption.
Right, but what I'm saying is this assumption is, as men, when she's saying those key trigger things that she's talking about, we know exactly what age that we talk. We just sat right here and just said, like, yo, when you like, hey, listen, when I bag, I ain't want nobody to know. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that. So what age was you? What age was you?
I was like 24, 25.
Okay, then. So now, if you
I was under 30.
Exactly. So now, if you are, and this is the reason why I said as young as 18, because we know we got some of these 18, they probably half mix or whatever. They 6'4" and up. You feel what I'm saying? You know, say the different. She's in those circles. Yeah. So that's the reason why I say that the age range is from 18 to 29. Those are the age range that they won't give her no pushback.
Yeah, so I just thought it was just a hypocrisy that two people at the same time have the same story.
Same age.
So, yeah, same age, really. And, they're getting two different levels of responses. Of course, they're trying to hang these false allegations over Shannon's head. But like I said, that's unfortunately a part of the old man tricking game. Tracee Ellis Ross never has to worry about false allegations from her young 20-something-year-old tenders.
Ain't nobody gonna try to snitch on her and try to scam her for some money.
Yeah, men ain't
gonna do that.
Well, men will scam.
Yeah, they would.
It ain't gonna be no false.
Ain't gonna be no false allegations.
Yeah, she gonna get a nice little Nigerian young tender.
Right. So that's all I'm just saying. That so we know the difference between the sexes. A woman will do that. A man isn't gonna do that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't even call the police half the time to just.
Hell, a man's smart enough to not mess up the bag.
Right.
Enough a good thing.
So a woman is differently. They'll want to burn that down in the house, and then when all that simmer out, okay, I'm waiting on my money. You done burned it. It's dead.
You know what that reminds me of? You remember when Paula Abdul was messing with that young boy from American Idol? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and old boy went to the media.
Do you think the internal knowledge at Idol that you were allegedly having this relationship with Paula Abdul led to your being disqualified?
Well, I did all the way up until I found out what the truth was.
And have you spoken to her since 2005 when all of this went down? Have you spoken to her since?
No, of course not.
And we all looked at that like a sucker,
Like,
bruh.
Exactly. Like, boy, you got that.
You
got
screwed up that paper. Paula
That
Abdul
old
got some
paper.
paper, bruh. Yeah, you screwed that up going to the media for clout. That's some feminine.
So we get judged harshly, way different if
Yeah,
you
we
did some
get-
shit.
yeah.
So again, you don't have to worry as a woman. She don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, the chat is like, hey, Jada Pinkett went for a young age and ended up with a
That,
talk show.
with,
August
what's her name?
Alsina.
Yeah, Alsina.
And he even got permission from Will.
You're right.
Like, Will, is it okay if I f your wife?
Yeah,
he was
man,
like,
go ahead and handle that. Cause goddamn, I'm tired of hitting it.
That's some honorable cheating.
I'm over here hitting
First
this.
of all, none of this stuff is new under the sun.
No,
None of this
never has
stuff
been.
is- Never.
But I just
Never.
want the same level of scrutiny is given on both
It won't
sides.
ever be.
Exactly.
course not.
It won't ever
But see,
be.
this is where
It's always going to be double standards.
listen.
It's
This
just
is
you gotta
right,
live
but
with
this
it.
is where I believe. Again, I love women. I respect them. You feel what I'm saying? But this is where I believe you having issues is do you want some type of traditionalism? Now I get it. I'm up for adjustments. I'm not a hard traditionalist. You feel what I'm saying? I can do some adjustments. Or do you want to embrace the feminism to where you wants to be in charge? And some women out here want that. You feel what I'm saying? There are quite a few out here want that. You see what I'm saying? But you cannot expect to get the man to want to lead and do manly things when you want to take over. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to choose. You want the man to lead, do what he need to do, or you want to be that face of feminism.
But she's only like that because she's a feminist.
Yeah, exactly.
I
She's
feminist.
a hardcore feminist.
God, they're annoying. Feminists are annoying to date. Fellas, watch out for dating black feminists. I wouldn't even dare date a white feminist. That don't even. But black feminists, woo, god damn, boy. It's like they need a man, but they got a front like they don't want a man.
Exactly.
And then when you sit back and let them watch themselves over trying to do man,
Then they look at you
then
like,
they look
what,
at you,
like,
man.
what did you do? You
Yeah,
supposed to be
you
helping.
supposed to help me.
I'm like,
So-
want to take over? Go ahead.
Yeah. You can't win with a feminist. There's nothing, everything got a hidden agenda behind it.
Right.
She can't accept anything and just be happy.
Always got to have the ups on you.
to you. She's always thinking you up to something when you ain't.
Right.
It's annoying. There's no trust involved. And 9 out of 10 times the reason she's tripping is because she's doing something
The
she ain't
same
supposed
or
to
doing
be
the same exact thing you doing.
And they're terrible at lying. Trust me.
What? Oh my God.
I've dated enough black
Oh
feminists
my
to know
God,
they
that
do
boy.
They are the worst liars.
What? And they will die with that lie.
Yeah. Yes. They will go down with the
They
ship
will
on
die
that
with
lie.
that lie. You be like, I don't believe that shit.
Dated I had to break up with her because of that. I'm like, you lying way too much. And the sad part is I know these are lies. I need you to lie on my behalf if we're together and you're not convincing.
Right.
So we got to break up.
Exactly.
I'm not breaking up with you
Right.
for being a liar. I'm breaking up because you're a bad liar.
If I gotta pick you and you supposed to lie for me to keep my ass alive, no, I ain't doing it.
I'm like, you're
I
a
know I'm
terrible
dead.
liar. That's
Right.
not convincing.
They so used to doing so used to running
Yeah.
that they pretend they want a strong mate. They don't want that.
They really want another woman.
Right. They want. It's a constant battle. It's kind of like
I felt like they were
got a
dating me
dick.
to fulfill their biological duties of
Right.
reproduction,
Right.
and having money. That's why I never reproduced with them. I'm like, y'all don't love me. You just want my sperm and my name, and I don't blame you. Both are awesome. So, I'm not mad at you for looking at me and seeing I'm the best choice for you. I'm not mad at that, but I know you ain't built to handle the wife duties and the expectations I'm placing on you. You just want the baby and the child support and then become a lesbian.
Right, exactly.
You want to get with another woman, but you
Right.
just got to find a
take
fulfill
a
your biological duties with so you can make sure your mom is happy.
or take the cheap way out of paying for in vitro. That shit. That's expensive.
All right, we're gonna.
Why? We're hitting too many nerves?
We're gonna quit bashing.
I'm not bashing.
Stop bashing.
Every black woman ain't a feminist.
Right, exactly. We
talking about my ex.
I'm talking about my experience. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I hope she's watching this,
Shit.
so I'm giving her
I'm
a
talking about
report.
my experience.
And she stopped calling
That
me
shit
every
is
time my birthday month comes.
Bruh, that is wicked, bruh.